Hi everyone, we've reached the final episode of season 3 of The Bear, and last episode we were building up to a few different things. Mostly I'd say it's the funeral dinner for Eva, the restaurant that's closing down, that Carmi's going to be at, and he's invited Sydney there, and Sydney's potential other future boss, Shapiro, is also there, so that'll be interesting. I don't know how that's going to go. She hasn't told him yet. She was going to, and then she backed out of telling him about this new role that she's considering. He's still mourning the loss of what's her name, Claire, and everyone else is trying to get involved in it. So we had the facts going over to see Claire at her place of work in the hospital, trying to beg her to go back to Carmi because she's good for him, she can take care of him. We'll see, I don't know. We have this review looming in the background that I'm sure we're finally going to get to see this episode. It's going to come out. It better. If it doesn't, I'd be very confused by that. But yeah, I think it's going to be a positive review. And other than that, we had... well, the main thing I'd say would be Richie, and he's a bit hesitant towards RSVPing about, I think her name's Tiffany, his ex-wife, her wedding to this new guy, Frank. So, yeah, you can't blame him, but I also understand why she wants him there, and I don't know if we're going to have the wedding this episode. If we didn't, I don't really see where we'd be going with Richie's arc today, in this episode. For the finale. Maybe it ends with him finally deciding, okay, I'll RSVP. I feel like that'd be quite underwhelming. It's a very minor thing to end a season on, personally. But, I don't know. I think that's it, really. And this episode's a bit longer as well. So, they have all the time in the world to answer these questions. Should we watch?
Morning, Chef.
Chef, morning.
Morning.
How are we doing?
Good, Chef.
Good?
I'm guessing he's another famous chef.
First day.
Really?
Yes, Chef.
A lot of pressure. Especially roast chicken. Can I help you? Show you a few things? Get you started?
Please.
Good.
I'm good at roast
We're
chicken.
going to begin by wrapping it underneath the Pope's nose. Right
Pope's
here.
nose?
And then bring it across. Make a figure 8. You see that 8, right?
Yes. Why do they call it the Pope's nose?
The Pope's nose.
Yeah.
So it's funny, the story, there's a couple stories, but the one I like the most, or the one I've heard the most, is was a time in England under the reign of King James III. And it was anti-Catholic sentiment going around the country. And so they called the ass end of the bird.
Is there a James III?
And he came in one day and he asked me, he said, Thomas, do you know why cooks cook? He said, we cook to nurture people. I know people call me a chef, but our trade is cooking.
This is the French Laundry. Ending on Weezer. Okay. Just showing us a bunch of chefs. Not Bradley Cooper. I watched that film, the one that Bradley Cooper's in. I forget Richie would be there as well. Ah, look at the height difference. Oh my god.
But can I ask you about the balloon? Was it always supposed to be apple flavored, or?
Yeah, I mean, we changed it a few times, but...
Right, because there's a mozzarella one as well, right?
Yeah.
He's like a nerd about food.
Hey, you guys mind if I hang in here for service?
You don't want to sit out there?
No.
Oh, he wants to work with them. Aww.
Of course.
So with the truffle explosion,
God.
is that injected?
He's a bit
or is that,
marginy.
Set when you make
No,
the pasta?
that's set.
Oh, okay.
That one's set, right?
Yeah.
Does this guy want to be talking about this?
And what's up with the restaurant? What's going on?
Kicking my ass as usual.
Yeah.
I've been an adrenaline junkie my whole life, but that shit does not come for free, and...
Needles.
Oh, he doesn't stop.
Hot potato, cold potato, because that has a needle.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta run.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm surprised he stayed there that long, honestly. He needs to learn small talk.
Why did I say needles so much?
Yeah, what the fuck? Her arms are toned, man. This girl goes to the gym.
My first dish?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was awful.
Wait, the experience or the dish?
The dish was awful.
Mine was cornbread ice cream. Working for this guy. Working for this guy. He ran me through the gamut.
I've never
It's
had
like
cornbread.
why I became obsessed with ice
Don't
cream.
know what that tastes
I never
like.
knew that.
I imagine it's sweet.
Things you learn
Oh,
when you
look
dine
who's
out with your
there.
spouse, right?
You know what? It's just really nice.
This dish I made.
Oh my god, he's making eye
A
contact.
soft chocolate ganache.
What was he
And I put,
imagining
all
like
these
last
different,
time?
dollops
Last
on it,
season
and
he
I showed it
imagined
to
him.
Alex.
So all the people they showed us in that little montage,
But
they all
the
work
fact that
together.
then he needs to get good or go away.
Needs to get good or go away.
You redid everything.
Sid?
So
Sid?
Because you're in the fuck business,
Interesting
you know?
comparison there between
People say
himself
that
and
I
that guy.
self-sabotage myself.
And I got a haircut in the middle of service. And my barber was around the corner from the restaurant. So I was like, all right.
Wait,
I
you
was
set
like,
up your station
yeah,
and then
so I
like...
set up the section. I had like my number 2 was like, yo, hold it down. I'll be back right before we hit it.
We get to help people celebrate some of the most important moments of their lives.
I can understand how professionals in this business love the show. It really does. It shows a lot of love to the people that work in this
Because it would
industry.
be our
To him, really? Wow, look at that.
This will be quick.
Well, they only
Thank
spoke
you
to
all
each
for
other
being
once.
here. I would see the regulars come in with their kids and their teenagers. I would watch those kids become teenagers. And I saw families grow, families, people got married, people had kids. And I got to know them all and I got to celebrate with them. And I think what I've learnt over the years, in all the places I've worked, is people don't remember the food. It's the people that they remember.
Sometimes I remember the food. I don't know if I fully agree with that, but it's true. You're more likely to think about the company you had.
Is there a secret?
To what?
Secret to what?
Staying all pumped.
Cocaine.
Like, inspired? There's not. There's just not like a secret. I think I surround myself with people better than myself.
What about when you're not at work?
I didn't mean at work.
They all just go,
Oh,
that means they like it.
that's a blast from the past. Who are you staring at?
Who'd you
just a
think?
fucking asshole over there.
Which one?
Just a dude in the corner. Just don't look right now.
Yeah, and then they all look together.
Take your feelings. Total prick. Fuckface.
Anything else?
Bastard. Made me very, probably, mentally ill.
Oh.
Accomplishes more by 10 a.m. than most people do in a lifetime. Hates
Stop
black
thinking about
pepper
him.
for some reason.
Calm.
Stop staring at him.
Carmen.
Bruh, you want to fight?
I
Well,
think that's gonna end well.
no.
Probably not.
Yeah, no, I'm betting now.
Intercept him on the way to the bathroom.
Chef.
Oh god,
Chef.
Oh, hey, how you
it's
doing?
gonna be awkward.
Ragazzo?
Bagazzo? Oh, you prick.
After fuck you, I don't have much.
Ah, that'll do
Fuck
then.
me? For anything in particular?
Just
Just generally
everything.
being you.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Well, this has been nice.
I think about you too much.
And yeah, we know. We fucking know.
I don't think about you.
That's that scene from Mad Men.
Why are you such a fucking asshole?
He's gonna cry.
How am I an asshole?
Do you have half an hour?
You're welcome.
I'm welcome? For what?
He's crying.
You were an okay chef when you started with me, and you left an excellent chef.
Don't
You
punch
gave
him.
me ulcers. And panic attacks and nightmares. You know that, right? You understand that?
Yeah, I gave you confidence and leadership and ability.
I'm fucking stunned right now.
Dude. Tell.
You need to unclutch your pearls.
My life stopped.
That's the point, right?
That's the point?
What do you mean?
You wanted to be great. You wanted to be excellent. So you got rid of all the bullshit and you concentrated and you got focused and you got great.
No, I don't think he got rid of all the
excellent.
bullshit. If anything, there's way more bullshit now.
It worked.
I get it, Kami. Oh, look at him. This is the best acting he's shown this season. This scene here is his best scene. I had a music teacher who was on no way at the same level as this guy, but he hasn't taught me in maybe like 5 years. I still have nightmares about him. Crazy. Just makes me think of Max Verstappen and his dad, who was just straight up abusive to him as a child. But now Max has 3 championships under his belt, so it's like some people argue that if he hadn't have had all that trauma as a child, he would never have become what he is now.
No.
Which is bullshit, by the way.
Wow, and only.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Was that hard ever?
No.
Really?
I got all the attention.
Yeah, but
Did you like having a sibling?
it's like a built-in friend.
For us, it was nice to look over at someone who's going through the exact same situation you are. You know, so that when something feels crazy, you feel less crazy.
I get
That
that.
makes sense.
You still doing the cooking thing?
Yeah.
Chef Adam, still getting your fingerprints on everything?
Oh, a smudge joke. No one's made one of those. Thank you so much. Cindy, could I borrow you for a second?
What are your thoughts?
You just tucked Carmen.
No, not yet.
Okay, all right.
He has a deadline.
would
You need to be quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you're still interested? right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I sort of want to start making this thing
Absolutely.
real.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Okay.
Girl, you need to make a choice.
Oh, you finally quit?
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh, I've just started. I learnt that I want to sleep in more.
It's
I want
nice.
to go to London more.
So
I
true.
want to go to a party. I want to meet people.
London.
Live.
Precisely.
Live, laugh,
That's why
love.
you're closing?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Come to London. One of us.
But, you know, I got to do all the things I wanted to do, the way I wanted to do them, with the people I wanted to do them with. So can't ask more than that, really.
Oh, that's not too bad.
But I've heard your restaurant is wonderful.
Oh.
Congratulations.
You should go.
Yeah, no, it's a miracle these places exist.
Preach.
What would you tell yourself, you know, when
You're struggling.
you were where I am? I know.
Just keep going, yeah? Keep going, keep
I don't
doing
think
it.
there's any
Get on with it.
right thing to say that will make any difference.
Don't stop.
I think I'd tell myself that you have no idea what you're doing, and therefore you're invincible.
Is that the end? Okay. Is this Sydney's new place? Those two. Those two. Waffles. And caviar, bruh. She wants to join that other place, doesn't she? Oh, she's having a panic attack. Fucking hell. Jesus. Is he not there? Where the fuck is he? Just prowling about. Go to see Claire or something, I guess. Gets a text from Sydney saying, I quit. The computer. Oh, the review's out. Confusing, excellent. Oh, what? All over the place. What? This seems to be... Is that a negative review then? It seems a bit mixed. Some good bits, some bad bits. To be continued. No shit. Gosh. Is this how we're ending it? I wish they'd shown us a bit more for a season finale, you know? I feel like it wasn't enough. The best bit there was Kami's confrontation with that other chef, whatever his name is. I really liked that. It is a callback to Mad Men and that scene with that guy talking to Don Draper in the lift, and he's like just giving him loads of shit. I think about this, I think you're this, I think you're that, I think you're that, I think you're that. And then Don's just like, I don't think about you at all. I don't even know who you are. Fuck you. And just walks away. That's basically the energy that was giving. But then his sort of like argument afterwards of how I made you a better chef by putting you through all that. You were shit when you arrived, or you were like mid, and then you became great because of me. We all know that's like bullshit, right? It's a very toxic way to think about teaching someone and helping them learn. That's not the way to do it. He was just factually incorrect with a lot of what he was saying. He was saying like, you came with a lot of stuff with you and then you became condensed. You lost all that shit. But I'd say it's the other way around. Yeah, of course he came with shit because he's always had shit from like his family or whatever. The baggage. But he left with ulcers, panic attacks. He has nightmares about this guy all the time. He thinks about him all the time. I don't think that that's losing anything. That's like gaining a whole nother weight of like burden on him. So that's just wrong. And Kami, I didn't think he was going to get physical, but like a part of me was like, you know what? He could be punched. He could be. That's like Kami's roots, isn't it? Like if it was anyone else in his family, it would have been a punch. And he was like really riled up. It was great to see that, actually. I think that was really good acting. A lot of this episode, like much of the show, is just sort of like, this is the art of cooking. This is what it means to be a chef. This is what it means to be in this industry. And that's all well and good. And I appreciate that they appreciate that industry. Obviously, you can tell the people that created the show care. Are we just, like, using all of that and, like, forgetting the actual story? Because, like, it's great. We're all sat around a table hearing a bunch of different chefs talk about their own experiences. Lovely. It was very naturalistic. It felt very real. Almost documentary style. But we got that long scene, and we got a long scene of people just, like, staring at the every second counts and it's slowly being taken down, and just a lot of little bits like that where I feel like instead of that, maybe we could have gotten more actual substance to what's going on in the story. I wouldn't say it's style over substance. I think that's probably taking it a bit too far, but the pacing is just somewhat excruciatingly slow. The fact that we didn't get any resolution with Sydney's decision. She's still wavering the same way she has been this entire season, basically. No resolution there. No resolution with Claire, even though this entire fucking season has been going on and on and on about how there's like something that needs to be fixed there. Richie, I mean, I don't know, maybe that was a bit of a, I think last time he went there to that restaurant and was with those people, it helped him a lot. So I think this will also help him a lot. Also, I'm convinced that he's going to start dating that girl, Jess. That's happening. And good for them. That's nice. She does look a bit like Britta, about like Tiffany. So he's got a type. But I'll leave Richie. That's fine. Kami, yes, he had that confrontation, but it wasn't a satisfying one. And I don't think I necessarily wanted it to be a satisfying one. Like, maybe that's not very realistic. But my concern is that he's still gonna go forward having these issues with this guy, and it's a bit repetitive, and I understand that that's the nature of trauma. But if we were to compile all of the moments within this season where we just get little random shots of him in the past remembering that guy abusing him, compile that would be a good few minutes that could have been used elsewhere with something else to do with the story. I don't need to be reminded every episode that he has that trauma. Like, I know I know when you show his face and he's sort of just like, I know what he's thinking. You don't need to physically show me that. It's the same thing with that Sydney thing, and she just sort of sat there, and I know what she's thinking about already. You don't need to actually show me this montage of all these scenes of people telling her to sign the contract, or people of like every single moment she's had at that kitchen, these little reminders. It's sort of like, you know how at the beginning of episodes they sort of do like a previously on da-da-da-da-da. I don't need that. I know what she's thinking already. I feel like little things like that just make the show feel a bit repetitive in a way that can get a bit tedious after a while. I'm okay with it here and there, but it feels as if it's a bit constant and incessant almost at this point. Especially because I feel like that is sort of taking over from the actual story itself. I feel like we're getting too much of that and not enough of something else. If it was a lot of that and then also a lot of story, I think I really wouldn't care at all. I'd be fine with it. It's a stylistic choice. But because I feel as if the story itself is lacking as a result of that, it kind of puts me off a bit. So yeah, I'm unsatisfied. But there are still bits that I liked. I really like Olivia Colman. I think she's great. Watch Peep Show. It's great. She's brilliant. And so that was nice. But like, yeah, it's all just very like, oh, it's the end of an era. But like, we never were really in that era. We were with them for one episode last season. So we're not connected with them the same way Kami is, or Richie is, or any of the other guys there. It's nice in a sort of general nostalgic way, because that's the sort of vibes that they're going for, like cushy nostalgia. But we as an audience haven't really had that connection with those people. We haven't spent that time with them. We haven't gone through that journey ever with them the same way they did. So it's nice to observe, but it's not the most emotionally impacting thing, I'd say. I don't know if other people feel the same way, but yeah. I think maybe I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I'll see what happens in season 4. They ended with to be continued. No fucking shit. We all knew, like, weird. Anyway. Maybe they'll go back to a bit more of a consistent story. Maybe there isn't really one. I don't know. Looking back, I think season 1 maybe had similar vibes to what we're seeing now. So maybe I shouldn't be too surprised by it. I think season 2 was just so crisp in the way it carried its storyline out. I don't know if they can replicate that. Maybe the show didn't need to be a gazillion seasons long. I don't know. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Then I was considering doing, as my next show, Industry. I'd heard about it before and I didn't really care for it, but then I saw a couple TikToks lately that have they're really good edits. Whoever made those edits, props to you. Mitski ones, and they've been playing in my mind a lot, so I think that might be my next show. We'll see. I'm heading off to uni again soon, so I'll leave it at that for now, and see you guys in the next one. Bye!